So back on the big wall, and this is the neat sum and summary of how markets have moved on the budget day. Shakeout hota hai, wall mein bhi thoda isliye shakeout ho raha hai. Okay, so how markets have moved on the budget day. Now this is the swing. Let's explain this graphic first.
Correct.
Who wants to start?
I'll start off.
Wow.
He's giving me the initiative, so I'll not take that. So the idea is that this is a graph which tells you that intraday from high to low, how many points has the Nifty swing.
This is not the absolute change. This is the intraday.
This
swing.
is the intraday change, the high to low change.
Okay.
And that tells you that over the last 4-5 budgets, we've seen a swing of almost 3% to 5%.
But this is an outlier. I'll keep this outlier. Now let's stand here. 22, 23, 24. 4 budgets. The swing is what? 2%.
2% intraday.
Which is not much.
Which is not much.
Which means even though it's a Saturday, on an index of 23,000, we could see a swing of about maximum 300 to 400 points.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like any ordinary day swing.
Correct, absolutely.
So your data and your analysis is that this is going to be an ordinary day of trade for Nifty.
Yes. From the high to low. In fact, the best part is, Nikunj, the last 3 days, the last 3 budgets, the close has been 0.1% for the index.
Okay. But Muresh, I could fill in one more ingredient. I think the positioning of the market is like 21. Nobody is expecting anything.
Correct.
This year, government decided that we will go on a binge spending for capex, and that is what markets liked. Could this be a year where expectations are low, उम्मीद कम है, आशा नहीं है तो निराशा नहीं होगी?
So this is the budget where the expectations are the least. The last time it was basically sometime in 2016, where Indian markets were down 20-25% and global had already rallied even going into the budget. Even now, we are one of the only markets which are at a 6-month low. Majority of the markets are 1% away from an all-time high. So a good event would actually propel the Nifty.
And it's interesting that, budget. Nifty last, like Kunal was saying, the grain of the truth here is that the markets have hardly done anything.
They've closed flat.
Because markets were expecting a lot.
Exactly.
Or maybe there was a lot of asha and some nirasha came. Right?
Yeah, and the positioning also has been very different on all 3 budgets, historically.
So if I say this today, we are in for a higher than historical move. We could be in for a better swing, and there is money to be made today for a trader.
I think there's a very high likelihood of that, because we've entered the month of January, we have gone into the budget on a very dismal note for the indices. Sharp correction for stocks, sharp correction for indices. So the room for surprise on the upside should be on the higher side.